Welcome back. Today I'm going to show you a way cleaner, way faster method for creating professional captions and ready-to-post vertical clips. We are ditching those clunky built-in caption tools and completely bypassing our spend on tedious manual edits. I will briefly walk you through the painful manual route first, so you truly appreciate the subsequent shortcut. This method ensures you spend less time tweaking formatting and more time on actual content creation. Picture this. A little nighttime POV clip from a busy, vibrant city street that screams short-form content. You normally drop this clip into your editor, reframe it immediately to vertical 9:16, and then start the caption battle. That standard workflow works if you live inside that specific software, but it remains inherently slow and fiddly. Honestly, if you are churning out a stack of shorts every single week, manual captioning quickly becomes an absolute grind. Let's quickly revisit that painful old-school rundown, just so you can truly feel the necessity of the shortcut. First, in Premiere, you place your chosen clip into that new 9:16 sequence to begin the reformatting. Next, you head over to the text or dedicated captions workspace to initiate the audio transcription. The automatic transcription engine often garbles important words when there is any noticeable background noise present. You then have to diligently go through and manually fix every single misheard word in that generated text file. Once corrected, you must then execute the command to officially create the actual caption blocks. The styling phase involves defining your font, its size, adding necessary stroke, and setting any background box. A critical step is positioning the text so it won't be completely covered up by the TikTok or Instagram user interface elements. Finally, you export the entire master file with those captions permanently burned into the video itself. That entire sequence is a multi-step recipe: transcribe, correct, convert, style, and then double-check everything. And don't forget those tiny random spacing or indent bugs that the software sometimes randomly inserts. Now, some advertised caption apps promise ease, but often lock all the decent styling features behind a high paywall. You might think you found the perfect look, only to hit export and be immediately asked to upgrade your subscription. Even if they handle the captions well, most fall short on the next critical task: finding the viral moments. You are still left doing all the heavy lifting of finding the actual snippets that truly pop on Reels or TikTok. This is where a tool like Vizard dramatically changes the entire game by integrating these separate steps. Instead of 3 separate chores, Vizard bundles the smart, time-saving parts all into one cohesive process. You simply upload your long-form video, perhaps a full podcast or an entire lengthy stream recording. The platform's artificial intelligence immediately scans the entire recording to find your most engaging short-form moments. These aren't just random clips. The AI targets potential viral snippets based on clean audio peaks or emotional hooks. You can then preview all those AI-suggested clips right there inside the platform interface. You have the power to easily accept the AI's best picks or reject any moment that just doesn't quite fit your vision. Crucially, the system automatically generates high-quality, synchronized captions that you can instantly tweak inline. The transcription quality is usually incredibly clean, even when dealing with moderate background noise or music. Because it's designed for social clips, it also cleverly splits the text into perfectly readable chunks for fast viewing. This feature single-handedly prevents that awful, dense block of text nightmare that kills viewer retention. On top of that, it cues the ready clips for posting using a helpful auto-schedule function. You maintain creative control because you can review everything in one central content calendar before anything publishes. Now, let's dive into the styling control, where you get complete, granular command over the text appearance. You can precisely pick your preferred fonts, dictate the exact size, adjust stroke width, and customize shadow depth. Adding a solid background box behind the captions is simple, ensuring maximum punch against complex footage. Personally, I always default to keeping my captions strictly left-aligned for superior readability across the board. While center-aligned looks flashy sometimes, it forces the viewer's eye to constantly rescan the middle area. Left alignment is predictable, fast to scan, and significantly lowers the cognitive load for the person watching. I generally select a bold sans serif font set noticeably larger than the default size because scrolling viewers move so quickly. A subtle black stroke around the white text is essential to help it pop clearly against any busy night footage. But unlike those single-purpose apps, Vizard automates the most repetitive styling aspects using templates. Once you design a caption style you love, you save it as a master template for instant application everywhere else. You skip the tedious process of styling 20 different snippets one by one inside your main editing suite. If you need a slight global tweak to padding or spacing, you can apply that change across the entire batch instantly. The export options alone solve another huge creator headache regarding file preparation for social platforms. Too many creators forget to burn captions in, resulting in files missing subtitles or weird subtitle formatting upon upload. Vizard handles platform-ready exports, square, vertical, horizontal, with the captions baked in correctly every time. You save these settings as presets, meaning you never have to manually input the crop and caption burn settings again. The built-in scheduling flow is another massive benefit if you post content multiple times throughout the week. Deciding what to post and when can quickly turn into a secondary full-time organizational job for many creators. Vizard's auto-schedule lets you define a frequency and time frame, and it cues the clips accordingly. You retain the final authority to shuffle content around or pause any post right before it's set to publish. This grants you the full benefits of automation without ever sacrificing essential creative oversight. Now, let's be realistic about the competition and the limitations of other editing methods. The TikTok built-in captions are functional, but offer very minimal styling customization beyond basic font choices. If you need consistent branding across YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, native tools simply cannot support that goal. Many standalone caption apps do the transcription well, but they refuse to handle the actual short-form clipping for you. The powerful editing suites like Premiere Pro are unmatched in power, but require significant time and specific software expertise. Most content creators simply don't want to dedicate an hour per clip to repetitive formatting and meticulous exporting steps. Vizard does not try to replace your top-tier creative direction, but it absolutely removes all the unnecessary busy work. It identifies the moments that matter, captions them beautifully, applies consistent branding, and even cues the posting schedule. That powerful integrated combination is what actually makes a sustainable content machine possible for solo operators. For practical execution, remember that cleaner input audio always leads to a cleaner initial transcription output. If you can use a lavalier mic or a closed mic setup, definitely do so to minimize manual fixes later on. Never rely solely on the auto captions to perfectly reflect on clear speech. Always skim the text for accuracy. Position your captions specifically where a platform UI won't obstruct them, like slightly above the bottom area on TikTok. That tiny adjustment ensures the share and like icons never overlap and obscure your most important spoken words. Reiterating my style of preference, left alignment is king for fast readability, reducing viewer effort immediately. Use that bold font and contrast stroke combination whenever your background footage is visually complex or dark. Honestly, once you run just one long video through this end-to-end workflow, your perspective will completely shift. Upload, let the AI suggest highlights, quickly tweak the captions, apply your saved style, and schedule it all out. You'll start treating your entire backlog of long-form content as an accessible content goldmine, not an editing headache. I've taken hour-long discussions and, in just a few minutes, produced a cohesive batch of ready-to-post, optimized clips. That reclaimed time can then be dedicated to planning new concepts, engaging with your community, or simply making more videos. If you are curious, give this a spin on a recent long video, maybe a podcast episode or a recent stream recording. Let the AI suggest highlights from that content. You might be surprised by the moments it isolates as potential viral snippets. That immediate demonstration of finding your best bits should convince you this workflow is worth adopting. All right, that's the breakdown for today. I hope this helps you stop wasting time on those tiny, repetitive formatting chores. You can now focus on scaling your short-form content far more efficiently than you could before. If you do try this new method out, tag me or use the specific hashtag so I can see the cool things you are creating. I will be actively shouting out interesting creators who share their results in upcoming videos. If you found this deep dive genuinely useful today, a simple like on this video helps me out tremendously. And definitely subscribe if you want more of these high-impact, practical workflow shortcuts in the future. Go make some fantastic shorts, reels, and TikToks today. And most importantly, remember to have genuine fun with the process. That's all for this one. Go get that extra efficiency. Peace out.